You're about to witness an intense showdown between two legends. Steve Davis attempts a safety shot on the 5 ball, aiming to hide the cue ball behind the 9. His execution is flawless. He successfully snookers his opponent and sends the 5 ball up the table. Now watch what the magician does next. His response will leave you amazed. This match took place at the WPA World 9-Ball Championship in 2000, an unforgettable moment in history. It featured a battle between Steve Davis, a 6-time world snooker champion, and Efren "BATA" Reyes, one of the greatest pool players of all time. This high-stakes round of 64 match was filled with suspense, leading to a shocking conclusion. If you're a pool fan, this is a must-watch. The format is a race to 9. In the opening rack, Davis executes a solid safety play, forcing Efren into a tough position. Efren is snookered behind the 6 ball with a kick shot as his only option. Oh no, he misses. Efren fails to make contact with the 2 ball, giving Davis ball in hand. Davis quickly sets up a 2-9 combination and sinks it, taking the first point. The score is now 1-0. Steve Davis starts the second round with the break but scratches, giving the turn to Reyes. At the time of this match, Efren was around 46 years old. He responds with a well-calculated shot, using left spin to position himself for the 3 ball. His control over the cue ball is impeccable. A solid hit on the 3 allows him to transition smoothly to the 5. What a shot by Reyes! He masterfully executes a difficult draw shot on the 5 ball, positioning himself for the 6. Despite a slight elevation in his cue, he generates enough reverse spin to maintain control. Efren was the defending champion, having won this event in 1999. He was also the first to win a televised WPA World 9-Ball Championship. Efren plays another brilliant safety shot. But Davis manages to escape. However, Davis's mass kick fails, giving Efren another ball in hand. The score is now 1-1. This is rack number 3, and Efren is up to break. This match follows the winner's break format. Efren delivers a strong break, making a ball and setting himself up for the 1. Efren won the US Open in 1994, and his skill is evident. The balls are spread perfectly, allowing him to navigate the table with precision. His ability to control position makes him one of the most feared 9-ball players in the world. A flawless runout. Efren's execution is top tier, and Efren wins this rack. Fast forward to the 6th rack, the score is 4-1. Rack 6 begins. Efren leads 4-1. He lines up a long shot on the 1 ball, setting up an angle for the 2. Efren started playing pool at just 8 years old. By 12, he was considered the best in Manila. His journey began as a billiard attendant before rising to stardom. Efren dominates, extending his lead to 5-1. Davis, watching from his seat, can only hope for a mistake. Efren then runs out another rack, making it 6-1. Efren is known for keeping his opponents frozen out of matches. Watch this rack closely. Something unexpected happens. In a previous match, he once ran 9 racks straight against Francisco Bustamante. Efren leaves himself a good angle on the 5 after potting the 4. This position allows him to move smoothly toward the 6. However, a small miscalculation on his shot leads to a scratch, giving Davis a much-needed opportunity. Finally, Davis returns to the table. It appears Efren used too much right-hand spin, causing the cue ball to swerve into the pocket. At first, Efren seemed on track for a runaway victory, but this single mistake turns the match upside down. Davis capitalizes, winning 2 straight racks, closing the gap to 8-2. Efren now faces a crucial moment. If he wins this rack, he secures the match. However, he struggles with position play on the 1 and 2 balls. He plays a push-out, giving Davis the option to pass or take the shot. Davis chooses to play, attempting a bold cross-corner bank. Surprisingly, he gets lucky and pockets the ball on the opposite side. Davis originally intended a safety shot, but the 1 ball accidentally finds the pocket after 2 rails. A fortunate outcome. Steve Davis, a retired professional snooker player, is using a snooker cue in this match. The key difference between a snooker cue and a pool cue lies in the tip size. Snooker tips measure around 9 millimeters, while pool cues use 13 millimeter tips. This difference significantly impacts gameplay. Davis was a dominant force in snooker during the 1980s. He smoothly runs out the rack, closing the score gap further. This match took place in July 2000 in Cardiff, Wales. Rack 12 begins. Efren still leads 8-3. Davis breaks but fails to pocket a ball, giving Efren a golden opportunity. This was the 11th edition of the WPA 9-Ball Championship. The tournament winner would take home a $65,000 prize. Watch Efren's shot on the 4 ball. He shockingly misses the 5. His cue ball positioning fell short, leading to a poor setup for the next shot. A crucial mistake at a critical moment. Davis steps in, executing a precise cut shot on the 6 ball and setting himself up perfectly for the 7. Davis, a 6-time snooker world champion, became the first player to win all 3 Triple Crown events in a single season. The score now stands at 4-8. Davis remains composed and runs out the next rack, making it 5-8. He cannot afford any errors. Now it is the 14th rack. Davis breaks dry, giving Efren another chance. Efren lines up on the 3 ball but is forced to elevate his cue due to the 8 ball's position. He attempts the shot but misses, a costly mistake. Davis capitalizes, expertly maneuvering around the table. His composure under pressure is remarkable. Davis has held the world #1 snooker ranking for 7 consecutive seasons. He was also the first snooker player to earn over €1 million in prize money. Davis keeps up his momentum and closes the gap to 6-8. Fast forward in the match, Davis wins another round and makes it 7-8. He is now just 1 rack away from tying the match. He takes the break and pockets the 2 ball, but ends up in a difficult position for the 1 ball, making it tough to set up for the 3. Despite the challenge, he maintains control and successfully pots the 1. With 28 ranking titles in his career, Davis has proven himself as one of snooker's greatest players. Now he faces a precise cut shot on the 3 ball, which he carefully lines up and executes smoothly. Watch his next move on the 4-ball. Instead of taking a risky shot, Davis plays a safety, forcing Efren into a tough position. However, Reyes is known for his skillful kick shots and manages to make a solid return. Davis studies the table before planning his next move on the 5-ball. He pushes the cue ball forward but doesn't get the right angle for a direct shot. Instead, he plays a smart safety, tucking the cue ball behind the 9, leaving Reyes with no clear shot. Reyes is now under pressure. He attempts a kick shot and makes an incredible bank shot on the 5-ball. Proving once again why he is called the Magician. He has a reputation for pulling off shots like this in the biggest moments. However, Reyes then attempts another safety but miscalculates, leaving Davis with an opening. Now, with a clear shot at the 6-ball, Davis has two choices: play another safety or go for an aggressive bank shot. He takes the risk and nails the bank shot perfectly. This was a bold move from Davis, and it pays off. He stays calm under pressure, executing his shots with precision. And successfully runs out the rack, bringing the match to a tie at 8-8. This match has turned into a classic. Just moments ago, Davis was trailing 8-3, but now, with only one rack left, he has a chance to complete an unbelievable comeback. Before the deciding rack, Davis and Reyes shake hands, acknowledging the significance of the moment. This is the 17th and final rack. The score is tied at 8-8. Despite the intense pressure, Davis stays composed. His break is solid, sinking a ball and setting himself up with a playable position. Every shot from this point forward is crucial. A single mistake could decide the outcome. Davis has been competing in professional 9-ball events since 1994 and knows how to handle high-stakes situations. He was also instrumental in establishing the Mosconi Cup and represented Team Europe in the tournament 11 times. Now he lines up for the final 9-ball. And he sinks it. What an incredible comeback by Steve Davis. After trailing 2-8, he stages one of the most remarkable turnarounds in 9-ball history, defeating Efren Reyes in a thrilling finish. This victory stands as one of the greatest performances of Davis's career. His ability to remain calm and take advantage of every opportunity led him to an astonishing win. After the match, Davis reflects on his victory, saying, "It all went wrong for Efren. I can't believe I beat him. He's such a great player." His composure and focus in high-pressure situations proved to be the key to his success in this match. With this win, Davis advances to the quarterfinals, where he later loses to Corey Duell 11-7. Meanwhile, Xiaofang Peng goes on to win the tournament, defeating Ismael Paez in the final with a dominant 17-6 victory. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and see you in the next video.